which I don't know if you've ever seen a real root cellar, but real root cellars are made to where it's on a slope underground, and all the water will drain off into the lower part of the slope, and you use it pretty much for irrigation to grow things underground, except we used ours for storage. So there was like a little wooden pallet that we put everything on top of underneath in the root cellar, and all the water just kind of like pooled on the other side. Really? I thought Richmond, Virginia was like the capital of Virginia. No, I don't know Thornton. I've been to Virginia once. So what does that? I barely remember going there once. When I did go to the Virginia, though, I was with someone who actually grew up in the area, and we passed by this like piece of pipe sticking out of the side of one of the mountain like cliff faces, and you know there was a bunch of water pouring out of it. I was like, what the fuck? Like there's just pipes with water coming out of them all over the place, you know, because it was like the third one that we'd seen. And he was like, oh yeah, that's like where we get our fresh water from. That's you know filtered through the mountain, so it's like really fresh water. No fucking way. Like no, but like seriously, that's where they get their fresh water. You're trying to fight God. If anything, he's probably talking about y'all's cops, because y'all's cops are fucking assholes. We had a Virginia cop pull us over whenever we went through there, and asked the guy who was driving if his license was a forged license because it was from another state. Not to say, like, you know, you guys are off the grid or anything, but like, holy crap. Come on, Virginia. Yeah. Mountain roads are rough, yeah. Not something to fuck around with, that's for damn sure. Unless you know what the hell you're doing. You look down for fucking 1 second, that's pretty much all it takes for you to fucking veer off that goddamn road. And you're rolling down it, not driving down it. I need to sell something, but I can't. Any summer seeds? This can grow in the summer. This can grow in summer. Both of these things. Let's do it. Shit, I can't water them. My game will going to have towns. What do you mean? Which one? No, which game? You mean the Eight Kingdoms? Because yes, the Eight Kingdoms is definitely going to have that right. The roguelike, we're talking about adding a centralized town, if you're talking about the roguelike. So I don't know if you ever played some of the other like popular roguelikes on Steam, but yeah, that's pretty much going to be pretty much what we are following. Is the kind of setups that they have. You know, there's one central city that you can use to upgrade items and skills or whatever, and then you go back into the game. Well, Silent, the best thing that I can tell you is do some drops. Show me something, you know? Use a creation engine of, you know, any types. You can even do it in RPG Maker. Do me a mock-up. Make a city. Now, if you're serious. Yeah, you make a fully functioning like overlay of a city. You know, the buildings don't have to be workable. You don't have to be able to go into the buildings or anything like that. But hey, you do me a mock-up overlay, and we'll talk. Yeah, we take the company very seriously, so. Like, to give you an example, our lead artist, yeah, exactly, design town. But to give you an example, our lead art design had to submit 3 different, you know, just rough drafts of what he, like, what we were looking for based on descriptions, and whether or not he could do it would decide whether or not we wanted to hire him. After all 3 pictures, he did a great job, so good. I mean, that was going through like another 5, 6 different artists before we actually chipped in. And they all had to go through the same thing. Just, they didn't make the cut. Well, that's the thing though, Silent. I'm about to say, your first 3, maybe, you know, well, depending on the size of what you make, your first 1, 2, or 3 drafts are, you're not going to be compensated for. You know, these are just going to be to prove what you can do. To build you a portfolio, basically. Unless we decide to use your, you know, one of your portfolio images in the game, then of course we pay you for it. And yeah, it's kind of a medieval era. Think like Final Fantasy, like 2 or 3. There you go. Yeah, Cog's got it right. Yeah. You show us you can do good, and like we'll work with you from there. But we've had plenty of people come to us and say, "Oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that," and then they just cannot deliver. So yeah, you prove that you can do it, and we will talk. But yeah, we're gonna need at least a decently sized sample portfolio, maybe one or two mock-ups, to show what you can do. And it doesn't have to be anything like extremely extravagant or anything like that. Don't skimp on nothing either, because I'll notice. Because I'm the lead map designer. I basically take care of all the textures and maps. You should, Cog. I'll check real quick. Yeah, that's not good for it. So I have your marked as a regular, which allows you to do most stuff. But I don't think that you can actually get into my Nightbot like the same way that I can. I'm not sure that you're able to. Probably the easiest program for you to use Silent is going to be, Unity is free to download, but that requires a lot of work in C#. So if you don't know C#, I would suggest starting with RPG Maker. Just grab you a simple version of RPG Maker or something like that, and because it usually has not custom, preloaded tiles for mapping and things like that. So that would probably be your best bet to start, which is where most people start, because that way you can get an idea of what you want and what you need to add. Okay, I don't think I can actually get you full control there, Cog. Well, see you at the reunion then. From high school, I was trying to make you remember. But why? What do you need, bud? If there's anything I can help you with, I will. But if you're just looking to see how Nightbot works, the easiest way for you to do it would just be to go to sign up for a Nightbot account, because you don't necessarily have to use it. All you have to do is give it access to your Twitch account, and then you can use it. Like everything in it. We'll keep ourselves as boss, dude. I double dare you to say that again. Michael Malley? We'll keep Mark Summers. Guys, come on. We've all had a rough day. Yours is right. Like, that's funny. Yours drop. What my filter looks like? My filter. What are you talking about? I was about to say, what do you mean filters? I'm confused. Maybe we can get many favors. I don't know what you mean, Cock. You gotta explain to me what you mean. What do you mean by filters? Like, there's no side tab called filters. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not as familiar with it as you are, more than likely. You're gonna have to dumb it down a bit.